Scott Nelson is the executive director of the Sun Devil Club, and the simple message with the Sun Devil Club is the money that you bring in goes directly to the student athletes and furthering their education.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So many of the efforts today are focused on what happens on the field, and the Sun Devil Club is certainly the team behind the team. 16,000 plus members that give philanthropically to support not only our tremendous football student athletes, but all 600 plus student athletes here at Arizona State University. And what I try to keep focused on is the results on the field are certainly what we're going to be judged on a day in and day out basis, but ultimately, as you talked about academically, we're going to be judged where our student athletes end up 5 and 10 years after graduation.
Well, I think that one of the things, and Derek and I have talked about this extensively today, a lot of the student athletes who have signed letters of intent today, number one, they're being accepted into the Barrett Honors College, and number two, they're making a conscious decision to attend Arizona State because of the academics, and certainly a big reason why the academic standards are where they are is the help that the Sun Devil Club provides.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The Sun Devil Club support, we pay dollar for every scholarship that our student athletes utilize here on campus, and so the resources to put the programming in place for our student athletes to be successful is enormous, and we wouldn't be able to have the successes that we have athletically, academically, socially with each of our student athletes if it weren't for the support of the Sun Devil Club.
And I know, Derek, you benefited from it as well, and it's support that's so vital to student athletes.
Right, yeah, the players, they need the support, and not just for football, for every sport in general, because that really drives and pushes these student athletes to really succeed. So the more support we can get from fans from the Sun Devil Club is just going to be awesome. And Scott, what's that support been like? You've been on for what, maybe 6, 7, 8 months now. We've had a chance to talk. I've had you on my radio show. But what's the time like been here for you as a Sun Devil?
Yeah, you bet. I joined the team here, fortunately, right before the start of this past football season. It was late August when I got on board, and so at that time of year, for me, it was like jumping onto a moving train.
Right.
Football season is so vital to everything that we do and in our ability to resource raise in support of our student athletes. So for me, it really allowed an opportunity to get in and get ingrained, get indoctrinated with our tremendous support group.
Right.
Like I said, we have the largest dues-paying membership of any Pac-12 school. We have over 16,000 Sun Devil Club members, and I think that speaks to the volume of the support that our student athletes receive in the community and here in Tempe and nationally. So getting to know the ins and outs of the Sun Devil Club, what's important, what fuels our folks, has been vitally important for my ability to indoctrinate into the Sun Devil Club way.
I can tell you, I'm a donor of the Sun Devil Club. I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back, but one of the things that I appreciate is there are different levels of donations. It's not one of those things that if a fan is sitting watching on the computer today saying, I don't really have thousands of dollars to donate. You don't need thousands of dollars to donate. And it's the little contributions that add up, and certainly there are levels where fans can make contributions that fit into their budget, and this is important to bring up this time of year, it's tax deductible.
Yeah, I mean, spot on. Everything you said right there is, our lowest membership begins at $100 annually. So if you look at the cost of, getting coffee 2 times a month, if you were to be able to set that money aside and give it to the Sun Devil Club monthly, you could be a member at as little as $100. And we don't talk to people about the amount with their investment in the Sun Devil Club. Our role and our responsibility with the university is to get people plugged back into the university in one way or another. For those that choose it to be philanthropically, even better. And if they choose that philanthropic entity as the Sun Devil Club, then even better for us here in ASU athletics. But you're exactly right. There is no gift that is too small. There's certainly no gift that's too large, and if we blend all those opportunities together, we're going to be in a position to put our student athletes in a position of success for the long term.
Let's talk a little bit about in the nuts and bolts of linking up the donations to the educational resources for the student athletes. Give us an example of some of the things that the Sun Devil Club takes that money and invests in.
Yeah, you bet. So specifically, we could talk about scholarship endowments. We pay dollar for every one of our student athletes for their tuition, room and board, so on and so forth. But if we want to talk about endowing scholarships, we have the ability to do that in the Sun Devil Club. If you wanted to direct funds to the baseball program, to the softball program, or any sport, you have the ability to do that as well. And then we look at what somebody like Gene Boyd's doing with our sports performance and everything that affects our student athletes off the field or off their means of competition. So we look at the way we feed our student athletes, the way that we, sports nutritionists obviously has become very important. We look at the role of psychology, right, in sport. We look at our tutors and our academic services that are provided. So there is no shortfall of opportunities for Sun Devil Club members to support. And so if you have a passion about Sun Devil athletics, whether it be on the field of competition, in the classroom, the way that we provide nutrition to our student athletes, we have a way to plug you back in to our university and into our department.
And as you have experienced yourself, Derek, all those things that Scott just mentioned are so vital to a student athlete's success. Everything right down to nutrition.
Right. Well, and nutrition is a vital part to any athlete. You know, you got to be able to eat the right way. You got to be able to watch what you drink and all that stuff, because it all correlates together. Especially when you get out on the football field, you want to make sure you're doing the right things. You want to make sure you're eating the right way, just because it's going to help you. It's going to help your performance level at that time when it's time to perform.
So there may be people out there, I'll bet there are, that are saying, okay, I'm in. How do they get in touch with the Sun Devil Club?
You bet. You can visit sundevilclub.com. Certainly is the easiest way to gather additional information. We're accessible by in-person meetings, telephone calls. You provide the opportunity, and we'll be able to sit down and explain the importance of philanthropic support of Sun Devil athletics, not only here in the athletic department, but across the university as well. We have great partners across the university that help tie us to people's passions. And fortunately for us, a lot of times those passions do reside in the athletic department. And so if you raise your hand, we'll find you one way or another, but if you raise your hand, you'll make it a lot easier for us to get to that point.
And lastly, a day like today, Letter of Intent Day, is as important to the Sun Devil Club as any other facet of Arizona State University, because this is really when the Sun Devil Club goes to work.
Yeah, exactly. We timed this up perfectly. Our football season ticket and Sun Devil Club renewals went out officially yesterday. So on a day of importance and a day of excitement regarding our 2017 signing class, coincides perfectly with the opportunity to reinvest in future years with Sun Devil athletics in our football program, not only by your football season tickets, but by that philanthropic support with the Sun Devil Club as well.
Now, we have heard a great deal in the last couple of days about Campaign 2020. This is a brand new initiative at Arizona State University, and I know the Sun Devil Club is deeply involved in that as well.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Last Thursday evening, had a tremendous event down at Chase Field with 800 of the university's closest supporters and friends. Wow. And it was an opportunity to go from a silent fundraising campaign to a public fundraising campaign. And this is a campaign that we launched last week, having already raised over $1 billion in support of Arizona State. The goal as it sits currently is $1.5 billion. And there are 6 campaign objectives that are established under this campaign. And one of them, as directed by President Crow, is to drive Sun Devil competitiveness. And that speaks exactly to what's going on here with ASU athletics. So it is from the top down of the university, the importance that philanthropy and athletics plays at Arizona State University. And driving Sun Devil competitiveness will be a mantra that you'll hear for the next 3.5 years as we progress through the public phase of this campaign ASU 2020, which is going to be tremendous for the entire university in athletics. We're fortunate to be able to play a significant role in that campaign.
Well, Scott, congratulations on all the good work that's been done by the Sun Devil Club already, and we know that there's other great things that are going to be accomplished, and we encourage our fans to look into, if they have not done it before, look into donating to the Sun Devil Club. Congratulations on everything you've done.
Thank you so much, and I got to take the opportunity to thank you for your Sun Devil Club membership.
Well, you're welcome. I did get a phone call. One of the other little benefits of donating to Sun Devil Club, you get a phone call from a student athlete saying thank you. It's a little shocking. In the middle of the evening, you get a phone call from somebody on the volleyball team. You start thinking, what did I do? And then they tell you. But it's really one of the great benefits.
I'm glad you appreciated that.
I do. Thank you very much. Now, Campaign 2020, yes, it's a brand new initiative at Arizona State. And here is a little bit more information about something everyone in the university community is very excited about.